Have you ever heard an unusual sound from an appliance that makes you stop and wonder, is this normal, or is something seriously wrong? Those unexpected noises can be quite startling, especially when they come from something you relying on every day. A scraping noise coming from your oven is generally not normal and usually indicates a mechanical problem that needs attention. While ovens make some sounds during operation, a distinct scraping sound is a warning signal, suggesting that components are rubbing together incorrectly or that something is obstructing moving parts. Ignoring it can potentially lead to further damage or reduced oven performance. The primary reason for a scraping sound often involves the oven's internal fans. Most modern ovens, especially convection models, have a cooling fan that operates during and after cooking to protect electronic components, and a convection fan that circulates hot air for even baking. If either of these fans has a bent blade, or if debris like a stray piece of food or a dropped utensil gets caught in the fan assembly, it can create a metallic scraping sound as the fan rotates. Sometimes, the fan motor's bearings can also wear out, causing a similar noise due to friction. Another less common but possible cause could relate to the oven's self-cleaning mechanism or door components. Some self-cleaning ovens use a locking latch that might scrape if it is misaligned or damaged. Additionally, if an oven rack is not seated correctly, or if a spring-loaded hinge in the door mechanism is loose, it could potentially rub against other parts and create a scraping sound, particularly when the door is opened or closed. To address this, always start by turning off the oven and disconnecting its power at the circuit breaker for safety. Next, perform a visual inspection. Carefully look inside the oven cavity, especially around the back wall where the convection fan is usually located, and check the cooling fan, which is often found at the top or back of the oven's exterior. Look for any foreign objects caught in the fan blades or obvious damage to the blades themselves. You should also ensure that all oven racks are properly seated, and that the oven door opens and closes smoothly without excessive resistance or rubbing. A useful tip is to differentiate between the cooling fan and the convection fan if your oven has both. The cooling fan typically runs even after the oven is turned off, while the convection fan only operates when the convection setting is selected. Pinpointing when the scraping noise occurs can help narrow down the culprit. For instance, if the scraping only happens with convection turned on, the issue is likely with that fan. If it scrapes while the oven cools down, it points to the cooling fan. Addressing a scraping noise promptly can save you from more extensive and costly repairs down the line. Catching issues early, whether it is a simple loose rack or a more involved fan repair, helps maintain your appliance's efficiency and extends its lifespan. If you are uncomfortable inspecting or repairing internal components, or if the source of the noise isn't clear, it is always best to consult a qualified appliance technician to ensure the repair is done safely and correctly.